that over here on night watch again, and it's really strange. I just seen a fast moving object, and I can't tell if it was a freaking big white bird, but it looked mothman like. uh and it's been a lot of freaking shooting stars. Like last night, seeing two giant, like they streak the whole sky type shooting stars, right? Uh, I seen this video where basically something that looked just like the things I've been seeing fly by. It flew into the sun, and then on the other half of the sun, like basically blew out all this energy. But what was weird about it is that the streak of light that went flying at the sun, as it got close, it almost looked like it grew arms, and then it put both of its arms over top of its head, like as if someone was jumped off a cliff and they went to dive in the water. How at first they would jump and their arms would be down, but as they got closer, they would spread them, then lift them above their head. But basically, you're from the upside down position if you were diving off a cliff. But this thing kind of like Superman, fucking, yeah, in a way. So I mean, these freaking strange lights, these streaks of light. I mean, they look like fiery chariots. Is a good way to describe it. And they don't look like regular shooting stars, and they've been out a lot more frequently. And not only have I seen them here, but I've seen videos like other people are seeing them, like weird, strange lights. Uh, Portals. I haven't seen no portal vortex the Norway spiral yet, as of yet. But it wouldn't surprise me if I do at some point. I've seen a bunch of other phenomena, but right now it's like what it seems to me like. Revelation was when it says there's a war in heaven. It's like some of the stuff from day to day we see going on Earth is a reflection of the war in heaven, right? Because what's that prayer say? On earth as it is in heaven. So if there's a war in heaven and earth is like it is in heaven, the order. So if there's a challenge going on right now, if this is the time where it's like basically their Alamo event, the Empire Strikes Back, kind of, in a way. There's a lot of look, the game's changed. It's a new playing field. We're not in Kansas anymore. It's not just men, like the powers and principalities working through just men. Now it's like the powers and principalities themselves are almost like as if they're manifesting. And that's what see a principality is just a regular old spirit that can pester like a person or a few people, a group of people. But a principality can contend against an entire continent. That's look, the playing field has been leveled up. Like supposedly some of these things have been, whoa, what the heck? Some of these things were imprisoned, and they're supposedly supposed to get released. And I seen a keyhole in the sky the other day. Seen another video where there was the keyhole I saw was in a cloud, and I saw another one on a video that was like a floating square with the keyhole in it in the sky, in a clear sky. So I mean, maybe there really is actual portals in heaven that are shaped like keyholes, and they were always there, but they were just kind of invisible. But now maybe something shifted. I mean, it says that the veil, like the things that are hidden, will be revealed. The apocalypse, the unveiling. So I mean, it could be that. It could be also because just certain people are maybe more spiritually perceptive than others, and we are so spiritual perceptive that we got our cameras ready to capture any strange phenomena, so it can get out there. And that idea can be entertained a lot farther than just people's rumors before. Like, oh, I seen, like when someone says they see a ghost, it's like you automatically assume it's like, well, did someone slip you some acid in your coffee, or that's what everyone, or are you schizophrenic? That's what these days with the scientific mind. That's the downside to the scientific mind, is that it's so hard to entertain a supernatural phenomena when, because it's like, man, it's like literally you got to rewrite the history books again. Just like if you told the real history, you'd have to rewrite the history books, and they just ain't got the resources for that. That's not their. It's not important to them. Knowing things. You know what I'm saying? That is so not important to them. It's so much easier to just continue on teaching you the PBS, the professors of bullshit, than it is to actually take a step back and just try to hit it unprejudiced and unbiased. But see, that's the thing, since they withhold the truth by force. It says the violent taketh it by force. They actually think they can take heaven by force. And they teach us lies literally by force. I mean, why do you get sent down to the principal's office if you don't raise your hand before you talk in school? Well, that's kind of the reason there. They're getting you used to the get in line and state your number type of prison mindset. And this really is like a prison planet. I mean, and the people that do these things are just a reflection of these principalities and these powers and these entities, these spiritual things that feed off the suffering. They feed and harvest all this energy that's wasted on all these negative things, that it's like basically like that should have never been allowed to happen, but there was a reason why it was allowed to happen. It's because it's basically these spirits engineer situations that cause massive emotional trauma, and they can use that. That's almost like their cash, their money. It's like robbing a bank in a way. It's like it buys them prestige and influence, and I don't know, their reward system. It's kind of like status. I'd imagine that's the only thing they'd have to gain in some places is just bragging rights. It's just because they can. It's like that thing about why the dude want to burn down the world just to watch it burn. Like you just can't. There's no reason for it. It's other than it's just the spirit of freaking chaos. Freaking Murphy's Law, the 100th monkey, but on like a nihilist kind of end of the spectrum. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, keep looking up. Don't forget to look up, man. There's a lot going on these days, man. It's like really, it's just you got high traffic, man, and the spiritual pathways are open right now, man. I mean, I'm seeing portals, ladders, freaking lights. I just seen some kind of winged thing. Like I said, it could have been a big bird. I mean, but normally at night, you don't really, them things don't stand out like this thing did, man. It looked like Jeepers Creepers in a way. When the part 2 where it had wings and it would jump up in the sky and stay up there for a while. It was really freaking weird. And that's not the first time. I've seen a Mothman-like looking thing, whether it was some kind of hoax kite. I mean, I'll admit it could be some kind of hoax kite, but it also could be some kind of cryptozoological freaking humanoid bird-anoid type freaking thing. I mean, I don't know. Is it a bio cyborg chimera genetic what is that? What is that place? Montauk, freaking the Montauk Mothman. I don't know. Uh, these days, no telling. Is it China's secret weapon? I mean, I don't know. Is it the Russians got a new spy gear? It's freaking the Mothman. I don't know, but all I know is something freaking flew by. It was really big. It's been a lot of strange stuff in the sky lately. Uh, I mean, there's just been a lot of strange weirdness around here. Anyway, besides that, it's just like doesn't surprise me. I hope it doesn't come back. But and also, when this thing flew over, I noticed that the dogs around here, like to the right of me pretty far, and to the left of me pretty far. I mean, in a straight line, almost like you'd hear these dogs barking. Like that's another strange thing. And so supposedly the real Mothman has a hypnotic kind of gaze, you know. So maybe the dogs can like sense it, which is kind of weird. Um, but anyway, yeah. Another. Hopefully, I make it to the past the night watch, man. Uh, I mean, I'm wondering if anyone else